The days following the first contact were a whirlwind of activity. Kayla spent countless hours aboard Aldran's ship, learning about the Andromedan technology and their way of life. The Andromedans, in turn, were fascinated by human culture and history. Aldran was particularly intrigued by Earth's music, often requesting Kayla to play different genres for him. It was during one of these sessions, as Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata filled the chamber, that Aldran's usually calm demeanor seemed to waver. "Kayla," he began, his voice tinged with an emotion she couldn't quite place. "There is something I must tell you." She looked up from the piano, sensing the gravity in his tone. "What is it, Aldran?" He moved closer, his eyes locking onto hers with an intensity that made her heart race. "Our arrival here was not as simple as it may have seemed. We are not here merely as friends or allies." He paused, his gaze dropping to the floor. "Our planet, Andromeda, is indeed dying. But the reason is something far more catastrophic." Kayla felt a chill run down her spine. "Catastrophic? What do you mean?" Aldran took a deep breath, his luminescent skin dimming slightly. "Our sun is going supernova. In a matter of months, our entire star system will be obliterated. We have no choice but to seek a new home, and Earth is our only hope." The weight of his words hung in the air, heavy and oppressive. Kayla's mind raced as she processed the enormity of the situation. "But there must be a way we can coexist. Your technology is far more advanced than ours. Surely, we can find a solution that allows both our species to survive." Aldran's eyes filled with sorrow. "We have considered every possible solution, Kayla. Our biologists, our engineers, our scientists, they have all reached the same conclusion. Earth cannot sustain both our species. The resources are too limited, the ecosystem too fragile. One of our species must perish for the other to thrive." Kayla's heart wrenched at the thought. She had grown to care deeply for Aldran, and the idea of his people suffering or dying was unbearable. But the survival of humanity was at stake as well. She felt torn, her emotions a whirlwind of fear, anger, and sadness. "There must be another way," she insisted, her voice shaking. "We can't just accept this. We have to find a solution." Aldran reached out, gently placing his hand on her shoulder. "I wish it were that simple, Kayla. But our time is running out. We have to make a decision soon." Kayla pulled away, her mind racing. She couldn't accept this fate. She had to find a way to save both their species. "I need to think," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I need time." Aldran nodded, his expression understanding yet pained. "Take all the time you need. But remember, the clock is ticking." As Kayla left the ship and returned to the ruins of New York City, her thoughts were a tumultuous storm. She walked aimlessly through the deserted streets, the memories of the vibrant city haunting her. The faces of her family, friends, and countless others flashed before her eyes, their lives hanging in the balance. She found herself at the top of what remained of the Empire State Building. The city sprawled out beneath her like a graveyard of dreams. The sun was setting, casting a fiery glow over the crumbling skyline. She needed a plan, a way to save both humanity and the Andromedans. Suddenly, an idea sparked in her mind. It was risky, almost impossible, but it was a glimmer of hope. She would delve into the forbidden technologies that had been abandoned after the cataclysm, the ones deemed too dangerous to use. If she could unlock their secrets, perhaps she could find a way to merge their species, to create a new hybrid race that could survive together on Earth. Determined, she set off to find the old labs, buried deep beneath the city. As she descended into the dark, she knew the path ahead would be fraught with danger and uncertainty. But she had no choice. The fate of two worlds rested on her shoulders, and she would do whatever it took to save them. As she entered the forgotten underground lab, the eerie glow of the dormant machines illuminated her path. She felt a mix of fear and resolve. This was the only way. She began sifting through the dusty archives, her mind racing with possibilities. Hours turned into days as she worked tirelessly, deciphering the ancient texts and activating the long-abandoned equipment. The lab was filled with the hum of machinery, the air thick with anticipation. She felt like she was on the brink of a breakthrough, the pieces slowly falling into place. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, she found it. The key to merging human and Andromedan DNA, a forbidden technology that had been abandoned due to its potential for catastrophic consequences. But Kayla had no other choice. She had to take the risk. She returned to Aldran's ship, the formula in hand. Her heart pounded as she entered the chamber, her eyes locking onto his. "I found a way," she said, her voice determined. "A way for us to coexist." Aldran's eyes widened with a mix of hope and fear. "What have you done, Kayla?" She stepped forward, holding out the datapad. "We can merge our DNA, create a new hybrid race that can survive on Earth. It's risky, but it's our only hope." Aldran took the pad, his expression a whirlwind of emotions. This could work, but the process will be dangerous for both of us." Kayla nodded, her resolve unwavering. "I'm willing to take that risk. For you, for your people, and for humanity." Aldran's eyes softened, a mixture of admiration and love shining through. "You are truly remarkable, Kayla. Together, we will create a future for both our species." As they prepared for the transformation, Kayla felt a sense of calm wash over her. This was it, the moment that would change everything. She looked into Aldran's eyes, the connection between them stronger than ever. They were about to embark on a journey that would redefine their worlds, a journey fueled by love, sacrifice, and hope. The procedure began, the lab filled with a blinding light as the machines roared to life. Kayla and Aldran's bodies were enveloped in a cocoon of energy, their DNA intertwining in a dance of creation and destruction. The pain was excruciating, but Kayla held on, her mind focused on the future they were building together. As the light faded, Kayla felt a profound change within her. She looked at Aldran, now a hybrid of human and Andromedan, his eyes reflecting the same wonder and awe she felt. They had done it. They had defied the odds and created a new path for their species. In the aftermath, Kayla and Aldran's sacrifice became a legend. Their love, a forbidden bond between worlds, forged a new future for both humans and Andromedans. It was a story of love transcending boundaries, of sacrifice and redemption, echoing across the stars.